Hello everybody, it's Makealure here. I'm going to be talking about Mario Kart Tour's Rank Up mode, and I'll be going over strategies that I use to perform well. I'm currently tier 80, so I want to help out others so they can reach up to maximum tier. There will also be pipe pulls in this video, but we'll get to that later on. Now before you go making any investments for Rank Up, whether it be pipe pulls or ticket investments, you need to answer one question. Should you compete in this week's Rank Up? The reason for that is that you don't want to invest all your resources into a lost cause. If you choose not to participate this week, you can save all your resources that you did not invest into the next week, so you can be even more powerful that time. To answer that question, you're going to need to gather resources, the coins, tickets, and rubies, and other gifts you get throughout this tour, and you'll need to gather information such as your scoring potential, your opponent's scoring potential, your current track coverage, and any upcoming pipes that could increase your track coverage. Now the answer to that question could start out as a yes, but it could quickly change to a no as you get closer to the end of a Rank Up week. So my next tip is, wait until the last day or so, ideally the last day before making any Rank Up investments. You don't want to do all that grinding throughout the week and then find out you're not going to get the optimal position you wanted in the end. With all that said, let's go ahead and apply these tips to my current Rank Ups, that way you get an idea of what I do. Alright, so first let's talk about my coverage for the Rank Up. Actually not just this Rank Up, but the next one, because that'll also be very important. But first let's get into Piranha Plant Slide. Now I have top shelf driver coverage for Piranha Plant Slide, and I also want to go on a slight tangent about special items. So there are 4 special items that have the most scoring potential. Those are the Giant Banana, the Boomerang, the Lucky 7, and the biggest one of them all, the Coin Box. So if you have one of those drivers with those special items in the top shelf, you have the most scoring potential. I already have a top shelf cart, level 2. It doesn't appear that often for me in ranked, so it's not been invested in too much, but we'll get into that sort of stuff later on. And for gliders, I do not have a top shelf glider, so as I mentioned earlier, I'm going to be getting into pipe pulls. We're going to be trying to pull on the week 1 pipe to get the Piranha Plant balloons. In my ranked reaction video, I actually got PD Piranha on my second pull, so we currently have like 70 or so worth of pipe fires and like 88 left on it, so we'll see if we can get those Piranha Plant balloons. Anyway, let's go on to Sky Garden T. So for Sky Garden T, we have in the top shelf, Wario Cowboy, who doesn't have one of those ideal special items. There is a Giant Banana Rosalina Chef driver, but I'll get into what sort of ticket investments I want to make later on. So we'll go with Wario Cowboy, and the choice here is obvious. I've got a level 6 Tanuki cart that beats out that level 1 Sausage Cart. And for the gliders, we have a level 7 triple capped Wonderful Wings. That's one of those gliders that appears quite often in Rank Up and gets a lot of buffs, so it's a no-brainer with this one for my account. Anyway, now for the final track of the Week 1 Rank Up, we're going to be checking out Choco Island 2T. Now, usually there's a lot of high-ends that appear in Top Shelf, but occasionally you'll see some normal or super drivers. In this case, we have a super driver who has the Lucky 7 special item, King Boo. He didn't start out as triple capped, but I went ahead and triple capped him anyway, since I have like, let me try finding a super driver. Okay, let me show you how many super driver point cap tickets. That was at 91 before I made those investments, so I have a lot of driver point cap tickets to spare. But yeah, we still have King Boo at level 6, triple capped. I could make a few ticket investments to bring him up to level 7, but like I said, we're going to get into ticket stuff later on. As for carts, we have the Tanuki cart again. So another big tip for Rank Up, look out for overlap like this, because if I make investments toward the Tanuki cart, it would upgrade the scoring potential for this track and Sky Garden T. So just keep an eye out for that sort of multi-feature driver carts and gliders. And for gliders, we have a couple options. We have the Ship's Wheel or the Crimson Crane, which actually has like 3 appearances in both Rank Ups. It'll appear twice in the next week's Rank Up. But anyway, let's go ahead and talk about those tracks in this next Rank Up. Whoops, not that. Now, the second Rank Cup of every tour has pretty much almost always been the third cup. There's only been like 2 or 3 tours where it's not been the case, but just assume it's always the third cup. Alright, anyway, let's go ahead and talk about Ghost Valley 1 RT. For this, King Boo has appeared once again, so if you don't have like any high-end drivers, you got some overlap going on there. I already have a level 6 coin box double-capped gold dry bone, so he'll help me out quite a lot. For carts, we have level 5 Bruiser, and for my gliders, yeah, then we have the Strawberry Donut, and there's also the Crimson Crane again. So if I really want to make investments toward that, it probably wouldn't help me out too much on this track since I already have a level 6 double-capped glider. Alright, now for the second track of week 2. And once again, we have one of those high-end, high-skill drivers with Boomerang Rosalina Volendam. And we also have a level 6 yellow-green capsule cart. That's appeared quite often in Rank Up for me, so I've made quite a few investments, and it'll probably be the point where I make it into a double cap, because I got like 21 cart point cap tickets. But, and as for Glider, once again, Wonderful Wings pops up. Like I said, keep an eye out for that overlap. When you get that, when you invest in overlapping items, you save a lot of tickets. Alright, and there's one more track we have for the second week of Rank Up, is Mario Circuit 2 RT. This is one where there's a lot of different options I could take. I could go with the level 4 coin box Cooper driver, and if we go all the way over here, we have actually a level 7 Super driver, which, I'll have to put up the bonus point boost, which is a mechanic that, gives you extra points for items above level 2 for every action, so this may actually beat out a level 4 coin box double cap, but the thing is, the coin box has higher scoring potential than the Yoshi egg. And there's also PD Piranha, who I could make investments into. I've got like 9 or 10 driver tickets with that, so we can probably get a lot of coverage. Also, one other thing I forgot to mention, PD Piranha appears 3 times in both rank ups this tour, so that's also one option I could take. As for carts, we have a level 7 double-capped red B-Dasher. There's not really many reasons for me to make something level 8 unless I really need it, but I just stay at level 7 and then just save all the tickets, because it costs like 8 driver tickets to go from level 7 to level 8, and even though I have 6 more to invest on this, it's not going to be really worth it. I'd rather save those 6 tickets for something else that needs to be upgraded. And for gliders, once again, Crimson Crane has reappeared, and we also have a level 6 Super Glider. I may have to check the bonus point boost chart for this one. I could throw in some tickets onto that one, but that's not a daily select glider. That'll be for another video. I may focus on daily select items. But yeah, those are the loadouts we currently have for both rank ups this week. And one more thing regarding track coverage, if you want to get a better idea what sort of cards you want to pull for to get the most amount of track coverage, I'd recommend entering your driver's carts and gliders levels into this spreadsheet created by Spinach Pants, well actually updated by Spinach Pants, originally created by Alioshis, if I probably didn't butcher that. But what this does is if you input your inventory into the spreadsheet, it gives you an idea of what tracks you have covered. So for my case, I have 317 out of 320 of the tracks covered for carts, and have 100% top shelf coverage for all tracks, including city levels. And also has the amounts of tracks covered for non-city levels, which are more relevant than the city tracks. And if you scroll over to the Best Available tab, it gives you an idea of which item gives you the most amount of new tracks. So if I wanted to get 100% top shelf city track coverage, the best driver I would want to go for would be Pauline Party Time, since you give me 2 additional tracks. But like I said, city tracks are not relevant. Now I want to get into the sort of potential investments I could make. So these are the current tickets that I have right now. The super and the high-end tickets are the most relevant for this week's rank up. It's very rare that the normal tickets ever come into play. But we currently have 10 driver tickets. I've mentioned earlier that I have a PD Piranha, and he appears 3 times throughout rank up. The thing is, I'm kind of split between the 2 different decisions I could make. I can invest 5 tickets into Pink Ninja Shy Guy to get him to level 6. He covers 2 out of the 6 rank up tracks for this tour, but the other one, besides Piranha Plant Slide, which is Ghost Valley 1 RT, I already have a level 6 coin box driver, so he probably wouldn't benefit me too much on that track. And for PD Piranha, I've already mentioned he covers 3 of the 6 rank up tracks this week, but one of them is also Ghost Valley 1 RT, so I probably still wouldn't get as much benefit at that. There's also the Silver Me suit, but he only appears once and will only appear twice in Top Shelf if I make him level 8, but I don't have the tickets to do that. Now my Kart and glider coverage is already pretty strong, and anything that hasn't already been upgraded too much, I could just throw my remaining tickets onto. The thing is, we do need the top shelf glider for Piranha Plant Slide, and we're going to be getting into some pipe pulls later on. If I don't end up getting the Piranha Plant Balloons, or the Candlelight Flight, which is a glider that appears in standard high-end pool, then we probably may give up on going for first place this ranked, and instead wait until the next week where I have 100% top shelf coverage. Like I said earlier, I'm going to be waiting until the last day or so before making any big investments, because I don't want to end up wasting resources. So I'll just do my grinding with the level 4 Pinja for now and see what I can get out of those scores. And if I need to, I'll make the big investment. Now I've talked about finding out your score potential. Of course, it's going to be difficult to estimate that on your own with your loadouts, so I'm going to point you in the direction of a calculator that'll really help you out with that. So there's this fan-made calculator created by Frenzy fans, who you can find in the description below, that estimates the points you could get given your loadouts, your player level, and the number of actions you get in a race. Action count is very important for the final point calculation when you cross the finish line, so for how this works, you have to input the levels of your items. I'm going to change this level 6 item into a level 8, and then you'll notice that the score starts out at 36,000. That's the estimation from the values I've already inputted. So if we put in a level 8 instead, it goes up to 41,000. So it's not an exact estimate, and from experience it seems to be more of an underestimate, but it gives you an idea of what sort of points you can get. And you can do this for each one of the rank cups, and... oh, hold on, my thing cut out. Okay, and it's back. And if we scroll over to this tab, it also totals up all these track calculations, and so let me actually switch it back to the level 6, because we don't want that level 8 calculation throwing off our estimates. But if we were to get the Piranha Plant Balloons or some other top shelf glider, invest that into level 4, and make that top shelf driver a level 6 double cap, with all the other optimal action counts, we get around 111,000 points. That's our estimate for that. Now, where do we get the action count estimates for these calculations? So there's a user on the Mario Kart Tour subreddit named Cupid Stunt MKT who every week publishes a chart of the action count potentials with the different special items. So you can see here, for a Boomerang driver on Piranha Plant Slide, in a best case scenario, they could get 230 actions. I just stop at 200 actions because there's a mechanic called bonus point boost that only applies to the first 200 actions. Any more actions than that doesn't really give you much more benefit. So that helps me give an idea. I don't always hit that threshold, so don't expect to get 200 actions or the expected amount every time. Maybe go for like 80 or 90% of that amount, but yeah, this is a very helpful guide to help you get the action counts estimates that you need. Once again, all this information is linked in the description below. Alright, now let's go ahead and talk about Rank Cup opponents. So, first of all, I want to talk about the bottom few players. Everyone's Rank Cup has like some amount of bots. If it says could not retrieve score, that's a bot, and you'll probably beat these scores, because these are like around 30,000 points, and I think the game calculates a score that you can actually beat. But for Ranked Cup opponents, you need to look at their loadouts and what sort of scoring potential they could get. You could put their loadouts into like another Frenzy Fans calculator, though I kind of just eyeball it through comparing my loadouts to theirs. For example, this player in first place is 103,000 points. They have a level 6 driver, level 3 Kart, and level 5 glider on Sky Garden T with 32,000 points. My Sky Garden T has a level 4 driver, level 6, and level 7 loadout for around the same score. They do have a special item that's better than the Fire Flower, so they could have a higher scoring potential than me on that track, despite their Karts and gliders being lower level. The drivers tend to give a bigger bonus point boost than the Karts and gliders, so that's something you gotta keep in mind. So my scoring potential maximum with all the investments, if I am able to get the top shelf glider on Piranha Plant Slide, is 111,000. So Currently, I can beat that score, but it all depends on what sort of scores they reach at the end of Rank Cup, because they could make their final push in the last few days, or they could just keep it as is. And also, you can get some more information at each one of these players, so you can actually see what sort of drivers they do have. So if we go over to Player Info, hit Driver List, you can see all the drivers that they've invested into. So this player has like a decent amount of stuff. They've got their coin boxes maxed out, so I can't really say if they're like full-on whale or anything like that, but they've made quite a few investments. Unfortunately, there's no way to see what sort of gliders or carts that they have invested in, but another bit of information you can get out of them is if you click on the player badge in the top left, you can see all the player badges that they've collected. And if you scroll all the way down, you can see if they have any top 1,000 ranking badges. This person doesn't, so they may not go as crazy as somebody who regularly appears in the top 1,000. If you see a top 100 badge, then that could be a bit of trouble. Top 10 badge, you might want to kiss first place goodbye, because those are the full-on whales who will probably go crazy in the rank cup. Just keep an eye on all the information you get on these other players. Now, don't just look at the players who were in first place, because you never know when someone close to the bottom could have something like that. This player is the top 1,000 player, so they could make a big rank push toward the end. So, I am seeing quite a lot of potential improvement for that Sky Garden T-Track, so this is a player I do want to keep an eye on. Like I said, wait until the last few days, wait to see what your opponents do. If they start making big investments, the answer to the big question of whether you should compete or not could quickly change to a no, so keep an eye on all that information. Now, this video so far may sound like I'm trying to tell people to always go for first place, but you don't always need to do that, because top 3 tier up, and in some weeks there's a reward for getting top 5. Now, of course, in this instance, there's a me suit that's exclusive to first place, but you don't always need to get first place in Rank Up, as long as you aim for the position you want, which would be top 3 tier up, or top 5 to get some exclusive ranked driver, cart, or glider. But yeah, don't always aim for first place, and don't get too upset if you don't get it to the first week, because in this instance, there's a me suit in this week, but there'll be another one next week, which if I don't make any investments for this first rank up, I can throw all my resources into this one, which I have a lot better loadouts in, so I think I'm fairly confident I could get a PD Piranha me suit. Now, there are some optimal driving lines to get higher scores on these tracks, but I won't be getting that into this video since I'm not familiar with all the optimal driving lines. To do that, I would recommend looking on YouTube the name of the track plus world record. That'll usually bring up a whale player's run that can give you an idea of what sort of lines you need to take, because a lot of times they do know what the optimal combo lines are for these tracks. Keep an eye out for any other strats that may involve getting extra item boxes, like on Piranha Plant Slide, where you can just swoop down in the glider section, or on this video by StudFit, where if you hit the Piranha Plant, you can grab another item box in the center of the track. Alright, now let's get into some pipe pulls. Now, I've already mentioned that you should gather information at the beginning of the tour. Now, there's a special pipe right here that contains 50 items and a spotlight item that is the secret scroll. Unfortunately, the secret scroll does not give me any significant track coverage and does not give me Piranha Plant Slide normal. So this one is a pipe I do not feel is worth investing in. Plus, I already have a majority of the items on here, and the items that I don't have, once again, don't cover any tracks that I don't already have coverage in. Now, I already knew about what was in this pipe before the pipe was even released, because if you go to the Mario Kart Tour Discord server, which I'll have linked in the description below, there's a data mining channel, and data miners will post the images and text related to upcoming pipes and other content throughout the tour. So you can use that information to get an early advantage to make a plan for throughout the entire tour. So, we're not here for the special pipe. We're actually going to be here for the PD Piranha Week 1 pipe. I've already mentioned that I've already gotten PD Piranha once. Our goal is to get the Piranha Plant balloons, or if we're really lucky, get the Candlelight Flight from the standard high-end glider pool. The Piranha Pipes would be a nice bonus, because I think it may end up getting better coverage overall than the Goo Goo Buggy, which is the top shelf cart I have at highest level for my Piranha Plant Slide. But yeah, we currently have 327 rubies. That's enough for, I believe, 60 pipe pulls. And we have 88 left, so we have a good chance of getting the Piranha balloons. If I don't get it in this video, I can get some more rubies later on from like other resources, and we'll just try again then. But if I still don't get it at that point, then maybe we'll consider holding off until the next week rank up. But anyway, let's go ahead and just get into some of these pipe pools and see if we can get the piranha balloons. Alright, let's see how deep we need to go. It is a green pipe, so we're just gonna skip through this very quickly. Alright, nothing good out of that one, so let's try it again. Get some more pipe pools. Still green. Alright, still nothing. Got a lot more coins out of that one. A lot of my normals and some of my supers are maxed out, so... Alright, can we get a Goldie, please? Ooh, Goldie! Asking you shall receive. So, it could be some of the standard high-end stuff, or there's 2 spotlights remaining in this pipe, so let's see what we get. This one we won't skip through, so... Go for this. Marshmallow. Buggy. Green kitty cart. Okay, then we're still getting some normals. Hopefully we get 1 or 2 high-ends out of this. Nope, still the normals. I think it's probably at the end of this temple. Yeah, I think we're only getting 1 high-end out of this one. And I believe this might be the last one. So, piranha balloons. Ooh, whoa! Actually, that is next week's Spotlight cart, and a lot of people are excited about this cart, because it may end up having some really good coverage, and also people like to refer it as the Lightning McCleaner, because it looks like Lightning McQueen, so that's a very good pipe pull right there, which could pan out for me in the long run. I'm gonna have to look at this one's coverage, because it's, I was not expecting this in my pool, so I'll have a look at that one later. Second high-end? Second high-end! Piranha pipes, nice. Alright, so I got 2 really good carts out of that. Damn, that was a really good 10 fire. So all that's left is the standard high-end driver, the standard high-end glider, and the piranha balloon. So we got 3 high-ends left in this pipe. So that was a great one right there. I want to see how this Lightning McCleaner goes out. Alright, so on to the next pull. I'm not sure we'll get a second gold pipe in a row, so let's find out. 2 gold pipes in a row, let's go! Ooh, heart balloons. That could be better. That's not exactly the best one you can get, but alright. Yeah, there is such thing as a high-end that's not really useful. There's better high-ends than others out there. And I'm not sure my RNG is good enough to get 2 high-ends in one 10 fire again, so I think that's probably, yeah, all we're getting. Alright, next one. We're running a bit low on rubies. These piranha balloons might be quite low in the pipe. Green pipe. Alright, so we're just gonna skip as usual. Alright, still nothing. Alright, we got 20 more fires left. Come on, we need the Goldie. There's the Goldie. Alright, see if it is. There's 3 or 2 high-ends left in this pipe. I'm losing count at this point. Baby Daisy. A lot of our normals are being upgraded. And if I get enough, if I get all of my normal gliders maxed out, then I can start getting tickets in my daily selects. Okay, Baby Daisy. Okay, this one might be a single high-end in the 10 fire. So I think we're getting close to the end of this 10 fire. It's gonna be... There it is! That's what we needed! Piranha Plant Balloons. Alrighty, so we got the option to make the investment in Piranha Plant Slide. Oh wait, can we get another one? Okay, I don't think we're that lucky. Okay, so we had a really good pipe pulls that time. That did clear out a lot of my rubies, but we got 3 good high-ends in that pipe, so... so yeah, that's gonna have to do it for this Rank Cup overview video. I won't be making any of the investments in this one, because, like I said, I need to wait until the last day of the tour before making any of my big investments, but now that I have all these new high-end stuff, I can actually have some more options. So, finally got top shelf coverage, and back to 100% non-city track coverage, I should also point out. But let me just check out this Lightning McQueener real quick. Does that benefit me at all? Upgrading this doesn't really benefit me too much, but people are excited about this cart, so I want to see how this one pans out. So, thank you all so much for watching. There's some useful links in the description below, and if you have any additional tips for Rank Up, feel free to post them in Rank Up, or just let me know what sort of advice you may need, and I could make some more videos on this sort of stuff. So, thank you all so much for watching, and see you all next time. Bye-bye!